What's up, guys? It's a moment for me to hit the meatless, and this is my second video of the day, so excuse the shirt. With that being said, I want to talk about carbs. Carbs are such a hot topic in the fitness community. You guys probably know. You see some people saying, eat plenty of carbs. Some people say eat moderate carbs. Some people say eat no carbs whatsoever. And there's there are different camps on every side of it, right? And they all have their own reasons. But while I can't properly bring you the truth, right, from one perspective, I can give you some truth, and you can kind of go from there and see what works for you. Um, so some people will say that the human body runs on sugar. That's what some people say. Does the human body run on sugar? Well, yes, right? In a sense, yes. Glucose, which is you could call sugar, but it's not sugar in the sense of like table sugar, okay? It's just a simple form of energy that your body likes to use to do the basic functions that you do. So, um, if you're running, if you're lifting weights, your body's running on glycogen, which essentially is sugar, right? And carbohydrates are most readily converted into that form of energy. So that's why some people think carbs are should be the primary source of energy. And generally speaking, in most diets, carbs are the primary source of energy. They're usually at least 60% of people's dietary calories. Okay? So, and then you have other people that say like you have to kind of keep carbs down a bit because you can become insulin sensitive, and if you eat too many carbs, and that can lead to, I'm sorry, you can start to lose insulin sensitivity, and that can lead to diabetes as well, right? So you guys have heard this before. So, and then there's the people that say, you have to eat no carbs and you feel best when you eat no carbs. Well, when you eat no carbs, you go into the ketogenic state eventually. And what happens is your body has to convert the protein and the fat that you eat into energy through a process called gluconeogenesis, where your body's basically converting the fat and protein that you eat into glycogen, into the same thing that carbs readily get converted to. So your body has to go through more in order to make that switch into the preferred form of energy. So that, to me, is an automatic sign. It's like a red flag that this is not the natural way. Now, some people will tell you, like keto people, carnivore people, and so on, will tell you that um, once your body is adapted, it's fine. And that's true, right? For some people, that can work. I'm not going to say for some people that can't work. I do think that when people are doing this and they're not plant based, they're getting a lot of saturated fat because they have no choice. Like you're either going to have the carbs or you're going to have the fats. You can't live off just protein. So you got to have, one or the other, right? And I'm not an all carb guy. I'm not an all fat guy. I'm a balanced guy. Okay, I believe you need all the macronutrients. No macronutrient is bad, and you need all of them. So anyway, I'm getting off track here. So um, look. So with what I've given you right now, you're going to understand what I'm going to say next, and that is that I believe that carbohydrates are your number one energy source. Now that doesn't mean that I'm saying that you don't need proteins and you don't need fats. You need protein to build and repair muscle and other tissues and so on and so forth. You need fats for hormone levels and fat soluble vitamins to get absorbed into your bloodstream and so on and so forth, to lubricate your nerves and your nervous system so that you're not too responsive to stresses and so on. You can deal with them better. So we need a balance of all of the macronutrients. You have to get, fats, you have to get proteins, you have to get carbs. You need every single one. But in my personal opinion, just based off how the body works, carbs would be your highest macronutrient. I'm a around 60-65% carbs guy. You got some people that are like fruitarian, they eat like 90% carbs or something. Maybe even, I don't know, it's crazy. I think that's crazy. I think that's a good diet maybe temporarily if you're trying to just do something different and you want to try it out, but I don't think that's healthy in the long run, because what about the fat soluble vitamins? You know what I mean? What about the minerals that you're missing? What about your hormone levels? There's so many things to consider. What about a diverse gut microbiome and nutrient diversity and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to that. So without going too far beneath the surface, I just wanted to share with you guys how I feel about, high carb versus moderate, low carb, and so on and so forth. And if you're somebody that's pre-diabetic or has diabetes, there are carb sources that will probably be fine for you, and there are carb sources that won't. So you might be fine with something like steel cut oats or whole oat groats, brown rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa. These kind of things you should not have a problem with. Vegetables, right? But when it comes to like white rice, white potatoes, ripe bananas, things like that, your blood sugar may go way, way up. And, if that is the case and you're going to eat those kind of things that make your blood sugar go way up because you're pre-diabetic or you are diabetic, obviously you have to discuss this with your doctor and so on. But a little tip is don't eat fats with it, because when you eat fats with it, you slow down the absorption of it into your into your cells, and that will obviously keep those those sugar levels elevated in your bloodstream for longer. That's not good. You don't want that. So this is just like a super basic thing without me going into too much detail. So if you guys want me to go into detail, if you have questions, let me know. If you want to hear about different things in the future, let me know. And I look forward to doing some more like this for you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. I'm out.